All right, how y'all doing here today? Good to be with you. I just want to share a quick thought with you that I was thinking about here earlier. After I made one of my deliveries, I was at this gas station, and the security guard commented to me that the cashier had found a large sum of money out by the gas pumps, and she'd brought it in and put it in an envelope for safekeeping in case the person who lost it came back for it. And I just commented to him, says, man, if that had been me, I know for sure I wouldn't have figured out I'd have lost the money. I'd have been, in another state before I realized what I had done. And, well, he wasn't listening to what I had to say. He heard me say something, and he immediately turned to that cashier and says, "You hear this guy? He'd be in another state with the money already." I'm like, that's not what I said. So, once I got done with my business there, I went up to the cashier and I explained to her that if it had been me, I know, when I dropped the money, I know with my luck, I would have been, a couple of states away, needing to get fuel finally and reach in my pocket for that money, and the money's gone because dummy me didn't actually put it in my pocket. And I think she understood what I was saying there, but the security guard, he didn't. But that's human nature. We don't listen to hear. We listen to respond. To do whatever it is that we feel that we need to do in regards to the situation. So, human nature, talking about money. Obviously, the security guard was expecting me to make the comment, "Yeah, I'd have took the money and ran." Wasn't what I was talking about at all. But that's human nature. And it reminded me of a time there in the Bible, over in the book of Exodus, actually. Another time when one person heard one thing, but someone else heard another. And this is Exodus chapter 32, when Moses was coming down off the mount there, had the 10 Commandments in hand, and he'd been with God for the last 40 days and 40 nights. And the people by this time had convinced Aaron to make them a god that could lead them and take them back to Egypt or wherever else. And Aaron had done that, and they began to party hardy. So we come down here to verse 17 and 18, and when Joshua heard the noise of the people as they shouted, he said unto Moses, "There is a noise of war in the camp." And he said, "It is not the voice of them that shout for mastery, neither is it the voice of them that cry for being overcome, but the noise of them that sing do I hear." See, Joshua had been there at the base of the mount for the last 40 days and 40 nights. And I'm sure he was very worried about Israel and what was going to happen there in the camp. And he's worried about Moses. It's been 40 days and 40 nights. And finally, here comes Moses. Yay! And it was like, whoa, wait a minute. There's noise going on. Obviously, someone is taking advantage of the opportunity to attack Israel, and we must respond. And what do we do? But the fact of the matter is, he wasn't listening to understand what was going on. He was just listening to respond. He was expecting trouble, and trouble is what his mind immediately went to. Moses, on the other hand, had already been told by God that the people were already going astray and committing whoredoms and all that stuff there. So he came down knowing what's going on, and he's listening so that he can completely understand exactly what it is that's taking place here. And when we do that, when we will take the time to slow our roll and listen to what is being said, listen to what is going on, pay attention to the details, we're going to find that we've got a lot clearer picture, we've got a lot better understanding, and we're able to actually do something with it. When we just go with what we normally do, we listen to hear, we're missing out on things. We're not getting all the instructions. Pieces are being left out. How does that benefit us? It doesn't. But oftentimes it's what we do with the sermons. But think about it. Let's be honest here, church. Come on, let's be honest. We go to church, we sing the songs, we turn to the scriptures that the preacher asks us to turn to for the text, and quite often we're just sitting there listening. We're not listening to take it in. We're not listening to be able to take and apply what the preacher has spent so much time on studying so he could give it to us. that God has given to him, we're just listening to hear. We're not listening to use. We're not listening to make it practical. And I think if we would start doing a lot better with that, with actually listening instead of just hearing, and go in with a mindset of, I can't wait to get everything God's got for me, instead of the, I can't wait for this to be over, we're going to see grand results in our lives. We'll see God be able to begin to move again in our lives the way that he used to be able to do when we actually paid attention to him. So let's try to listen to actually understand what's going on, church. I thank you for your attention. I'll talk to you later. Bye.